Should be straight. Don't bend like this. Okay. And do pranayama. First, deep exhalation, then deep inhalation, retention for as much as possible time, and then exhalation. Exhale consciously and relax your entire physical body and mind. Don't bring any tension during this 5 minutes. Okay, all of you. So, through this process of pranayama, two things. One, you relax your physical body and quieten the mind. Also, you derive positive energy, very important. Because normally our mind is filled with negative tendencies through proper pranayama. So, don't follow all this meditation and all. The right method should be really very positive and energetic to do dhyanam on the supreme principle. So, when the mind is calm, Parishut mantra says, do dhyanam on the supreme principle, upasana on Brahman. Sarvam khalvidam brahma tat jalaniti shanta upasita. So, one should do upasana. Means what? Mind should start focusing. Because what is the difference between upasana and the normal mind? When you are doing upasana or dhyanam, it is focusing on one principle, focused mind, without allowing any dispersion, deviation. So, here the Upanishad mantra says, focus on that supreme Brahma Tattvam, which is all pervading. Sarvam Khaluidam Brahma. And that is given a special name, Tajjalan. So, that principle from which the entire universe emanates, in which the entire universe is sustained, and into which everything dissolves when the cycle is ending. That is Brahman. And that Brahman is the nature of pure consciousness, pure existence, Satyam, Jnanam, and Anandam, pure bliss, Satchidananda Swarupam. So difficult to comprehend something that is all pervading. So the mantras, Upanishad mantras also point out the supreme principle present within each of us as consciousness recognize. So using the consciousness and through which the mind works, think about the presence of consciousness. That is the special feature of this pointers in Upanishad mantras. Ashariram sharireshu anavastheshvavasthitam mahantam vibhumatmanam matva dhiro na shochati. So, in every physical body, sharireshu, ashariram, there is a principle which is beyond matter, doesn't belong to the matter principle. So, directly opposite, distinctly different from matter, that is pure consciousness. That is there within each one of us. It is the same. There is no differentiation amongst anybody with respect to consciousness. Ashariram sharireshu. Anavastheshvavasthitam. Avasthitam. It is present in all the three states of experience, but not connected. Is very important. So one has to be disconnected from the happenings of the surroundings and events in life. At the same time, exist. You cannot run away. So Brahman itself is showing it is present in all the three states, but not connected. Anavastheshvavasthitam. Tam Mahan. That is why it is the greatest. Vibhum, the most glorious. Where is it? Atmanam, your own true nature, closer than the closest. So, what one should do? Matva. Understand, know, internalize, realize this supreme Brahma Tattvam by systematic study of Vedanta Shastras. What happens? That is when you become a dhiraha. This focused study on Vedanta only makes a person dhiraha. Nashochati goes beyond all the sorrows and establishes in supreme bliss, eternal bliss. So now let's understand how Bhagavan is explaining this. What are the impediments to get this supreme knowledge? Let us study through ninth chapter. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha Hari Om Vakratunda Maha Kaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvighna Kuru Me Deva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Shaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarvalokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharyamadhyamam Asmadacharyaparyantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shrutismritipurananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam सूत्र भाष्य कृतौ वंदे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्ति भेद विभागिने व्योमवत्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्ते नमः अपार करुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखर गुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम् ओम. All of you chant Yam Brahma loudly. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stumanti Divyai Vedai Sangapadakramopanishadair Gayatyam Samaga Dhyanavasthita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidusura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Shri Saraswati Namaha Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Shri Bhagavan Uvacha तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहमज्ञानजं तमः नाशयाम्यात्मभावस्थः ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितं न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानम् येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवज्ञानम् प्रकाशयति तत्परम् यथैधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणम् तमाहुः पण्डितं बुधाः ॐ शान्तिः 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 अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता नवमोऽध्यायः राजविद्या राजगुह्ययोगः ॐ नारायणः परो व्यक्तात् अण्डमं व्यक्तसम्भवम् अण्डस्यान्तस्मिमे लोकाः सप्तद्वीपा च मेदिनी ॐ Let's stand sloka number 32, which we learned the chanting portion in the last class. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Mam hi partham vyapashritya episyuh papayonayaha striyo vaishyastatha shudraha तेऽपि यान्ति परां गतिम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 Hardam Swagatam, hearty welcome to the next session on the ninth chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. What is the ninth chapter called as? Raja Vidya Raja Guhya Yogaha. It is the sovereign science, sovereign secret, greatest knowledge. That knowledge, knowing which everything becomes known, nothing remains unknown, which will clarify all your doubts and establish you in that supreme Brahma Tattvam Ekameva Dvitiyam. Now, this sloka number 32, 9.32, all of you make a note, is an example of a shloka which should not be studied independently. So it's one sample Bhagavan has given, that never ever study at least Vedanta Shastra independently. If you study independently, looking at internet, all the ignorant people who don't know Gita, they want to do lectures on Gita and what? Some book and all. That's why I study Gita by my own, on my own through books. This shloka will make you very confused. Yes or no? So what does this shloka literally? First, let us understand the literal meaning. Somebody also wrote to me, and this shloka looks very, very, dangerous and differentiating. So I'm looking forward to the right interpretation. And LV sir, correct? So no, LV didn't write me. Somebody else wrote. Okay, anyway. So literally, what if you look at it verbally, verbatim, it says that people of certain categories like women, Vaishyas, Shudras, and those who are of sinful birth, they also can attain the supreme knowledge, the supreme truth. They also, the fact is also, also means what? Some differentiation. So now, if you are really serious to clarify the doubt, whether Purusha or Stri, all of you should know this very clearly. Please make notes. This is not available in any lecture anywhere. It is not available in internet, not available by all these Ajnani. So make a note, take a paper and pen. It's not available in ebook also. So write down. First thing is, This, what is this chapter? This chapter is called as Raja Vidya. You start writing again. You're right. Okay. Raja Vidya, Raja Yoga. That means what? It is sovereign science, sovereign knowledge. It is a science. First point. And this science or this knowledge is not connected with any matter principle. Write down. It is not connected with any matter principle. It is connected with something subtler than the subtlest. Okay. It is not connected with matter principle. It is connected subtler than the subtlest. And the subtlest principle is what? In the beginning of the class, I talked about the supreme principle. Satchidananda Swarupam, pure existence, pure consciousness, and pure bliss. First point clear? So, for people who are interested, just a glimpse. Acharya Shankara takes this point in the fourth sutra, first padam of Brahma Sutras. Again, note பண்ணிக்கலாம். Weekend படிக்கலாம் முடிஞ்சாக்க என்ன? Tattu samanvayat. Tattu samanvayat. In that particular sutram, Acharya says that this Brahman is not a subject matter or is not an entity connected with either creating something, write down, neither subject to any creation, nor subject to any changes. That means what? Changing A to B, B to C, or B to A. It is not subject to changing something, not subject to sanctifying something, and not subject to desiring something to own. Not subject to owning up. Clear? Four things. Nah. So in Sanskrit, write down. Tat Brahma. I'm going to be a bit fast, but can you, if you're finding it difficult, let me know. I will do slowly. Tat Brahman is not utpadyam. It's not something you need to create. Why? Why Brahman need not? Now all your, it's very simple. See, when you analyze, everything becomes simple. If you enter anything without any background or no guru, then it's difficult. No. Why it is not utpadyam? It is swata siddhatvat. It is already existing. It is your own true nature. Are you getting my point? So far, are you clear? Ken, you better make notes so that you can share the slightly complex subject. So you try and put it in the chat box. Now, utpadyam. It is not subject to creation because it is already existing. Sata siddha vastu. Very good. And second thing is that this science, this knowledge, what you are trying to Raja Vidya, Vedanta Jnanam, Vijnanam, is not something that is going to convert something from A to B or B to A. Is not some kind of science. For example, people are looking very, very old. And again, in film and all, they put all makeup and come back as new. You know what? Yenga, whatever it is. Changing something. Ramanam Subbu, it's not changing something. Why? Because your true nature is changeless. Are you getting the point? Nam Subbu konjam depth irka? Puriyudhu illaya? Since the subject matter you're dealing with is not subject to any change, so it is not something that can be subject to change. Na vikaryam. Third, na samskaryam. It is not something that needs to be sanctified or purified. Impurity. There are impure items in the world or not? Impurity in matter, impurity in mind, impurity in intellect, impurity in everything, right? For that, you need special methodology, technology, something to make them pure. Yes or no? Are you following? Or it's very difficult? This is simple, no? Huh? So through samskara, that means what? Samskara is the method, Vedic rituals to sanctify entities. It is not that. Why? Nitya Shuddha Swarupatva. It is ever pure. That is why it's called pure consciousness. Keep on saying, right? You keep on saying many things. Only when you study Upanishads and Brahma Sutras, you'll understand in detail. So it is not subject to any purification. Fourth and important, the apyam. Means what? It is neither something that you can desire to own, nor is something you can reject. What will you desire to own which you don't have? Right? Are you getting the point? You are already that. So there is no desiring to own it, nor something that you can reject. That means what? You cannot say, I am not Brahman. Nah. So Acharya Shankara says later, one who denies the existence of Brahman is as good as denying one's own existence. Are you getting the point? So not subject to either acquisition or denial. Heyupadeya Varjita. We got a name for what? Lita Sastram Nama Argalya Ramasubu. Heyupadeya Varjita. So what are the four things? Just to analyze the matter principle, which is this subject about pure consciousness, not like the matters principle where it is subject to all these four kinds of activities, which is a science by itself. See, each one is a science. Utpadyam is a science to create something. The science means what? Some kind of work you have to do. Clear? Similarly, Utpadyam, Vikaryam, Samskaryam, and Apyam. So go back and listen to recording, because if I do only this, it will take entire class, because one entire sutra 50-page Bhashyam Acharya is done. So I'm trying to condense. So what is the main takeaway? This knowledge is not something that is dependent upon physical energy or certain other capabilities which you see with respect to the matter principles. Clear? So far it's clear? Point one. Point two. Bhagavan, when he says, Mam hi partha vyapashritya in this shloka, Mam. Here, Mam Nana, don't say mom. In Tamil, mom means uncle. No, moms, they keep on saying something, no? Here, mom means me. Yeah. So, here, Bhagavan, he says me, doesn't mean Krishna Paramatma as an individual with Nama and Rupa. Who is Krishna Paramatma here? Tasmai Mokshatmane Namaha. Please follow. Don't put anything. If you want to put something, please repeat what I'm saying. Telling you 1,000 times. Please follow the lessons. That is why we don't get clarity. So, what is sloka I told earlier? That Krishna Paramatma Tasmai Mokshatmane Namaha. Krishna Paramatma is not somebody like a person to be seen in this context as what? Apunya Punyo Parame. Yem Punarbhava Nirbhayaha. Shanta Sanyasi no Yanti Tasmai Mokshatmane Namaha. I told you earlier or not? Again, note panikalam. Okay. So, very good. Ram Namaku is very much on the money. Very good. Excellent. So, here the focus is when Bhagavan says resorting to me means not resorting to an individual or a physical entity, resorting to moksham. Resorting to moksham means what? Study of Vedanta Shastras. Clear? So, subject matter is study of Vedanta Shastras to understand the ultimate reality, supreme truth, pure consciousness, which is not the subject matter related to the four things I told. Neither what? Utpadyam, Vikaryam, Samskaryam, or Apyam. I told in Sanskrit. This is what we do in the regular objective world. In objective world, we are either creating something. Yes or no? Today, people want to create AI, generative AI, and people keep on speaking everywhere. You don't say AI, you are not, you are left out. That's what people think nowadays. You don't say AI, that means you don't belong to the group. Peer pressure. Even pharmaceuticals AI use பண்ண போறாங்க. They keep on saying. ஒண்ணுமே தெரியாது. I'll simply keep on saying. People who don't know AI tell other people everybody should explore AI. Adur periya Maha Ajnanis are there. Anyway, like that, keep on creating something. After some time, it is gone. Comes and goes away. So neither subject creation, nor changing, nor purifying, not sanctifying, nor something you can own up or desire to. That's all matter. Everything. So you go and analyze how the matter is subject to all these four things. If I do only that, it will take a lot of time. Clear? Now, what is the focus of Vedanta Shastras? Vedanta looks at an individual from the point of view of Panchakosha. So, we'll shortly be releasing Taittiriya Upanishad lectures in which wonderfully Panchakosham, that means on 5 sheets of the individual. So, it takes away everything which is external appearance, and any individual, whether it's Purusha or Stri or belong to any Varna, any Jati, any Ashrama, anything, any religion, any country, anybody, all have got the Panchakoshas. What are the Panchakoshas? Write down. Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and Anandamaya Kosha. That is all. So, this doesn't talk about what? Does the Purusha have Annamaya Kosha? Yes. Stri has got Annamaya Kosha? Yes. Brahmana has got Annamaya Kosha? Yes. Kshatriya has got? Yes. Clear, huh? All the 5 koshas are common to everybody. Anybody's got any doubt? Italian also has got? American has got? Nah. NRS. People from Middle East. Sheikh. Everybody has got Panchakosha. In which what is happening? The real focus of Vedanta is what are the 5 sheets? Annamaya Kosha means the physical body, physical sheath. Pranamaya means the life force. Within the physical body, there is life force. That is one sheath. Then there is Manomaya Kosha, sheath of mind. Then distinctly different from Manaha is Vijnanam, knowledge, interpretation, no Vivekam. That is what? The sheath of knowledge, focused knowledge. And then there is Anandamaya Kosha, which is a what? That is experiential. It is nothing to do with their doing or creating, analyzing. Clear? Then beyond all these 5 is your pure consciousness, which is Satchidananda Swarupam. So when I open up the Taittiriya lectures, go and study. It's a very detailed study. So it is focusing on what? Vedanta Shastra's knowledge is to understand the reality of Brahman beyond the Anandamaya Kosha, using the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Write down. What is Vijnanamaya Kosha? The sheath of knowledge, sheath of rationality, sheath of proper systematic Vivekam. Critical analysis and understanding is what is demanded for Vedanta Shastra. So far, are we clear? You understood the subject matter and what is required to know the subject matter. So far clear? Now, between the subject matter and what is required to know the subject matter, there are impediments. Yes or no? It's very easy. Like subject matter is halwa or gulab jamun. What is required is to eat it. Immediately you can swallow. Clear? Huh? Is there any impediment? Unless you are diabetic. Huh? Problem or something that you are very fond of, that is front of you. You can take it. You need anything? Is there any impediment? No impediment, right? Simple thing, right? Whereas this looks very much my own, Nesarno Hasta Malakiyam, very much, but even then we are not able to digest this, we are not able to understand this, we are not able to integrate this, we are not able to internalize this, we are not able to establish in our own true nature. So far, are you with me? Yes or no? Do you all agree that it is my own nature so far? At least having studied Vedanta for now 2 years, you should be able to appreciate that it is my own true nature I'm trying to understand. But there are impediments to understand this. Clear, huh? This requires proper, to understand this sloka requires proper analysis. That's why so much of discussion I'm doing. Clear, huh? Huh? That is why Acharya Shankara has written, not with respect to Atma Jnanam, but generally in life. Many things we cannot do ourselves. So we pray to Bhagavan. Acharya Shankara has created a few Karavalamba stotrams. Lakshmi Nrsimha Mamadehi Karavalambam. What is Karavalambam means what? Hey, Lakshmi Nrsimha, please give me a helping hand. Write down. Many people don't know what is Karavalambam. Karavalambam means Kara means hand. Avalambam means somebody can hold. So there are few Karavalamba Stotram. Vanumati madam, please don't wordsmith. I told you 1,000 times, please. Lakshmi Narasimha Mamadehi Karavalambam. Please give me a holding hand, helping hand, and lift me from the problems. So all the problems, Acharya points out, not that he has got a problem. He's not putting us in this helping hand you give to raise me from all the problems so that I can reach you. So far, are you clear? So many things are there, I've told. So you have to go back and systematically analyze what I'm saying. Otherwise, you will never understand Vedanta properly. Similarly, Bhagavan is saying that there are impediments to get Atmajnanam, Brahmajnanam, attain moksha if your mental tendencies are not oriented in the right way. Clear? So this particular science, Raja Vidya, does it require you to be a boxer or a sumo wrestler, a weightlifter, athlete? You have to be what? No, IIT graduate, nah, GMAT edunma, idike, nah, Ram Subbu, all many people written GMAT, SAT, nah, all these things you're written to go and qualify, go to US, all this you have done. Do you need to do all those things? Nothing is required. Nothing is objective. It's a very subjective and subtle aspect that is hindering us from progressing to understand the supreme truth. Are you getting what I'm saying? It is not the objective intelligence that is required. When I say Vijnanamayam, it is something very different. So, what is required? What is required to understand the supreme truth is fundamentally Vivekam and Vairakyam. Write down. Vivekam means clear analytical thinking about what is right, what is wrong, what is truth, what is seemingly true. I'm going in very fast pace. Are you able to follow? Listen to me, no? Review my lecture in terms of revision. Okay. That is Vivekam. It requires certain amount of what? Clarity of thought, not raising continuous doubts, continuously stepping, going one step forward, two steps backward. That should not happen. Then Vairagyam. Vairagyam means what? Vairagyam means detachment, we say. This detachment has got its root in the emotional aspect of the individual. Yes or no? Nah. Suppose I say you detach from your car. Okay, buy a new car, detach from the car. The car gets bang, somewhere gets accident. Detach. Don't worry. Is it possible? New car I bought. No? You get emotional. Similarly, people get emotional about relationship. Yes or no? Husband, wife, son, daughter, father, mother. Yes or no? What does Vedanta say? Relationships will be there. They have to be maintained, but don't get affected by relationships. Yes or no? One has to be unemotional with respect to your relationships and possessions and everything. Nah, I told you, suddenly something goes away. Like Guru Arpan said, lost his, iPhone or watch, whatever, I don't know what he lost in the train. If you are a Vedanti, you will be unemotional. It's gone, gone. What to do? What is the principle you used? From what to so what to what next? Keep saying that, right? This is all required. You can keep on saying, but see whether you are able to practice all these things. Are you able to practice? Tell me. 99 out of 100 times you will fail to practice or no. Something happens. How many of us say, get up? Don't worry. What? What did happen? So what? What next? Are you able to move positively? No, because emotional aspect takes over. Yes or no? Most of the times. So one requires unemotional approach. So Bhagavan is saying through these examples And what is important for both Vivekam and Vairagyam, one has to have what? A bit of introvertedness. We are really extroverted, always going behind things external, what to acquire, what to make, what to get, what to change. You change, you buy one house here, then you change another house there, that just keep on. Some people even take sannyasam and start buying new land, building, construction, change the construction. Once you start construction, what happens? Anybody has stuck to a simple same plan from the beginning, from foundation till the completion. How many changes you make? Keep on changing. Even you get something, keep on changing. Every day changes. So, means what? Extrovertedness. See something, you want to do that. So, this constant extrovertedness also is a problem. One has to be introverted. So, clear? Huh? So, clear thinking, clarity of thought with respect to what is right, what is wrong, what is truth, what is false. That is Vivekam, Vairagyam, which is unemotional, non-sentimental. Very important. Many of you have got sentiments, right? If you do this, it will happen. If you do that, it will not happen. Sentimental. Huh? So the sentimental approach, non-sentimental, and then importantly, introverted. Don't get deviated by extroverted things. They keep on saying, Sruti Pratipannate Yada Sthasyati Nischala Samadha Machala Buddhihi Tada Yogam Avapsyasi. Should not get deviated by all external noise. All these are required. These are the impediments, or no? In each of these we fail. We will fail either on the emotional aspect, we will fail in the rational aspect, or sentimental aspect, or on the extroverted aspect. We fall prey, we fall to the trap, and so we are not able to stick to this path of Vedanta Shastras to get moksha. Tasmai mokshatmane namaha. Clear? Huh? So far it's clear now? That's why in the religious path it is Karavalamba Stotram. In the spiritual path, in Vedanta Shastra, it is Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampattihi, Vivekam, Vairagyam, Shamad, Shakka Sampattihi, Mumukshutvam. So, now when Bhagavan says, resorting to me as a supreme goal, now means what? So, verbatim meaning, all the Ajnanis would give commentary in Gita. What should intelligent people like you should substitute that? Resorting to Bhagavan means what? Krishna, 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 Rama, Rama, Rama. What does it mean? Resorting to Bhagavan means resorting to moksham. Write down. Very good. The word is moksha. Stick to that. So the focus is to get moksham, and moksham is possible only by jnanam. Jnana devat kaivalyam. Resorting to, not resorting to this path. This path is very special. It is very, very, very different from all the paths. There is only one path which is very different. That is the path of moksham, jnana margam. There are impediments. What are the impediments? Now the words here, what are the key words? Write down. Striyaha, Vaishyaha, Shudraha, Papa Yonayaha. 4 words have been used. Very controversial. People are getting very angry with all these words. Now listen carefully, then you will get the right clarity. So each one is very different. Don't connect one with other. Papa Yonayaha is different. Striyaha is different. Vaishyaha is different. Shudraha is different. All 4 are different. Clear? Huh? Now the word Papa Yonayaha means people of sinful birth. What are the impediments? These are the impediments. Impediments are here. Bhagavan is mentioning 4. What are they? Papa Yonayaha, Striyaha, Vaishyaha, Shudraha. So literally, if you take, you will say what Bhagavan is saying about these individuals with respect to their physical existence. One should not take literally a physical what? Shariraha. Don't take Shariraha, Papa Yonayaha, Shariraha, Striyaha. Shari means what? Physical. It's not a physical aspect at all. Why? I told you in the introduction. What is the focus of Vedanta? The focus of Vedanta to make you stronger, powerful, create something. Focus of Vedanta is to understand the ultimate truth through jnanam, the impediments. If the focus is knowledge, will the impediment be physical or mental? So no, be very sharp. Saturday morning in weekend has started. No boss pressure for next 2 days at least. Huh? Huh? If the focus is knowledge and using the mind, will the impediment be physical? Impediment will be only mental. That corresponds to mind. It is emotional, sentimental, all those aspects. And for which certain circumstances may not be right. So, first impediment Bhagavan talks about is papayonayaha. Somebody born in a family which is an atheist, nah, who don't believe in Bhagavan. Is there an example or not? The greatest bhakta, Prahlada, write down. Though Prahlada was born in what? What circumstance he was born in? Who was his father? Little bit you should remember, no? Huh? Born to Hiranyakashipu. Correct. Hiranyakashipu. And what was he saying? Don't chant the name of Narayana at all. In that family, Prahlada was born, attained the ultimate or not? Is it possible or not? So Bhagavan is an example that even if somebody is born in circumstances which are not favorable, there are impediments to realize the ultimate truth. It is possible if you take to systematic the Vedanta Shastra, single pointed goal, traditionally with a teacher dedicated for decades. Clear? Are you getting the point? Means what? All that is required is orientation of the mind to this ultimate goal of getting jnanam and moksham. Anybody knows the meaning of the word prahlada? 99% don't know. Prakarshena ahlada iti prahlada. Ahlada means supreme happiness. Narasimha Swami, when I told about Narasimha Karam Sutram, right? He was very angry, right? After no killing Hiranyakashipu. He became only happy after seeing whom? Prahlada only went and requested Narasimha Swami to what? Reduce anger. So when you look at Prahlada, you become very happy. That's why name Prahlada. Clear? Anyway, example, if you are born around circumstances which are what? Not conducive, because in the home itself, people will say, what is Vedanta Shastra? You take in the practical sense now. Nah, suppose the husband is studying Vedanta, he will say, not good. Let's go to bhajana, or let's go out, enjoy. Sri is doing, Purusha will say, all this is not going to help. Correct? Yes or no? There will be opposing forces. And even if you are putting a effort, there will be people who say, no, all come to this engineering, come to this art, come to that, this, that. All nonsense. Follow this daddy person, follow this person with no daddy plus turban. Anything they'll say. So, a lot of impediments will be there. So, in this case, Papa Yoneha should be connected to all these people who are distracting you from Vedanta Shastra. For them also, if you got right samskaram, goal is moksha, dhyanam, follow Vedanta Shastra. You can attain mam hi partha. That means what? Attain that moksha, tasmai mokshatmane namaha. Clear? Second, striyaha. Here is not shariraha striyaha, not physical stri. It is generally tendencies of stris. What? To be emotional, sentimental, correct? Very connected to people, correct? My Swamiji used to say, I'm not saying, Swamiji means a lot of people, right? You say that he had one devotee, three devotee, who used to come all regularly for all the lectures. So during that lecture, then she understood I should develop vairagyam, vivekam vairagyam, then mulekam dhyanam. So she went and asked Swamiji, Swamiji, to get moksham, should I develop detachment from my son? I'm so attached to my son. Yes or no? Mothers are more at son or daughter. Mothers are more attached to son and daughter than the father. Yes or no? Purushas are generally not bothered. Na Hari Manama. For us, we got different no goal. How to make money, that, this, analytical, go forward. We'll drop things and move forward. But three generally become yes or no? Very emotional. Am I right or wrong? Generally, that means what it means. It is the nature, swabhava strihi, guna strihi, right now. That means what? Even if a Purusha is a very emotional person, sir, I'm very emotional, sir, I get attached to all these things. Version is Purusha or Stri. The aspect of emotional, sentimental thing is there. You will not make progress on Vedanta. Swamiji used to say, extremely emotional and sentimental, you will not be able to understand the Arupa Tattvam. You're all wanting physical, Nama Rupam, other things, right? If you want to go to Ashabdam, Asparsham, Arupam, Abhyayam, I keep on saying that. You have to go beyond emotion and sentiment. That is why I keep on saying only this bhajana, dancing is not going to take you anywhere. Systematic study is required. So when Bhagavan says Triyaha, it means the emotion, whether it's a Purusha or Stri, doesn't really matter. If you are a very emotional person, sentimental person, having a lot of attachment, even attachment of the Purushas to what? Position, money, wealth, that, there's so many things. Anything, attachment, emotion, sentiment is to be replaced. What? To replace Triyaha with all these qualities. It's a quality of the mind that matters. Example is being given. Are you clear? So far, are you clear? Triha means don't take physically the three. Sir, you are giving all your own explanation, sir. Is there any proof for this? Write down. I'll give you Vedic proof. I'll give you Veda Pramanam. And Veda Pramanam cannot be negated by any human being. Yes or no? No human being can come and put something. So people who have studied, I don't know whether no, you have, many of you would have studied what? Aruna Prashnam. There is a particular set of mantras. Ram Ram Subbu. Taitri Arandikam Modal Prashnam. Leya Aruna Prashnam. In that, there is a mantra. I'm quoting a mantra. It's not sloka. It is not created human being. It says, Striyas Satihi Ta Ume Pugumsa Ahuhu. Now, Vedam Padikino, Vedam Padikino, Veda Bhasham Padikino. Na Rama Subbu. So, only small portion taken. Can somebody write it? Striyas Satihi Ta Ume. That Pugumsa is because of no. The Taittiriya Upanishad, that is no, that is Krishna Yajurvedam. Pumsa ahuhu. Striyaha pumsaha sati. Now, when we say Purusha, we say Sat Purusha. Write down Sanskrit. Huh? When you say Stri, you should say Sati Striyaha. Nah, don't say Sat Striyaha. Stealing them. Nah. That's what is mentioned in mantra Striyas Sati. So what this mantra says is that this mantra, Veda mantra, a tree of noble qualities, noble attitude, religious thoughts, and the key qualities to understand the ultimate truth. That is what sati means. Sati means all these things. Sati Savitri story you heard, no, that is different. This sati means this sati means what? Person with all these qualities, even though the person, even though man, what you say, even a Stree with all these qualities, and this is the Bhashyam written by Sayanacharya, Veda Bhashyam. He says, such Strees whose focus is to get this knowledge. Sadeva Somya Idamagraha Siti. He quotes all these things. Sat Eva. Sati, he connects all those things. Interested deeply to understand the Vedanta Shastras is far better than what? Is extremely greater than any Purusha with what? Sayanacharya gives an example. In a Sundar Mama with a mustache and daddy, big mustache daddy, even with no male is there. This tree was got what? Dedicated, focused, what? Thought to understand the Vedanta Shastras is far greater than a Purusha. Striyas Satihi Ta Ume Pumsaha Ahuhu should be considered that a Stri. That means what? Here the physical aspect is not important. What is required is the intent, the focus to study the Vedanta Shastra, understand the ultimate truth. So, this is one subject matter. What is Vedanta Shastra? Brahma Jnanam. Everybody is equally eligible. Are you getting the point? The Purusha or Stri or any Varna or any Jati or any community, anybody. Why? Because it is about the knowledge of your own true self. It is not something that is external. Are you getting the point? Not subject to the four types I said. For that, it requires special qualities. This is universal. So here the word sneha should be interpreted as what? Having the emotional, sentimental, attachment qualities. That is an impediment. So even if that impediment is there, if you are desired, okay, it will not go away so easily. Will it go away? Even Purushas also are you not emotional with respect to something? Are not attached to what? If suppose you got a job, example, mostly you see also working nowadays. Now you see today's world, she is also working, Purusha working. Suddenly tomorrow something happens. Recently they started announcing a lot of once again layoff. I saw that Google has announced something, Mayfair has announced, so many companies are announcing layoff. Imagine somebody is having a job today, suddenly job goes away tomorrow. What will happen? Are you going to be, welcoming it? Nah, like Sri Ramachandra, no? Everybody said up to tonight, 12 o'clock, tomorrow morning, I'll be coronated as the king. Come morning, what is happening? Not even forget about becoming king. Forget about being in a palace. Forget about being in some home in a proper town. Where should you go? Should go to the where forest. If we get such kind of totally 180 degrees opposite, no kind of thing, will we able to take it? Whether it's Purusha or Stri, huh? Impossible, right? So when the word Striya is being used here, it means what? Being non-emotional, non-attached. That kind of attitude, if you got, it will not go away immediately. Will it go away immediately? Like I said, no. Even though you study Vedanta Shastra, how many of you are able to be, put away all the emotions, attachment so easily? Come on, this is your class, huh? Not easy, right? So what you have to do? You have to consistently keep on studying for Dekya. Not easy, correct? It's difficult, correct? So you have to continuously focus on this. Tasmai Mokshatmane Namaha. And over a period of time, this will emotional, no attachment will go away. So that impediment also can be. See, there is no other solution for getting unemotional. Is there any other solution? Can you take some tablet and become unemotional? You can take some sleeping tablet and sleep. But when you get up, emotions come back or not? Yes or no? Why people take a lot of sleeping? What is it called as sleeping tablet? What do they call by in the medicine term? Whatever that makes you put to sleep. If you just be depressed, depression is different. Sedative, whatever it is. So what happens? So by taking that, you are not going to get permanent solution. The only way to get and we all understand being emotional is wrong or not. Do you first of all, when you got a clarity of thought, you accept that being emotional is wrong, correct? But what is the way to become unemotional? Neither bhajana, nor nama sankirtana, nor harikatha will help you. The Vedanta Shastra will help you to become unemotional. So study Vedanta Shastra more, at least 2 years after studying. Are you less emotional compared 2 years back or not? You get very often uh, upset, very often depressed and all. Are you doing and it's happening to you? Definitely it's much better or not compared to 2 years back. 2 years back we started. Bhagavad Gita. So when you study Bhagavad Gita itself, so much of clarity is coming. Study Upanishad, if you study Brahma Sutra, so much clarity will come. So only way to become unemotional, whether you are a Purusha or a Stri or whatever it is, doesn't matter. So here the Sriyaha means what? Can somebody, five people say, what does the word Sriyaha here mean? Not the physical Sriyaha. It is what? It is the emotional, sentimental attachment, attitude that will not go away, whether you're a Purusha or a Stri. Clear? Huh? That is second impediment. So only way is what? Vedanta Shastra. No other way. Nanya Pantha Vidyate Yanaya. Then Vaishyaha. So now we go back. Bhagavan told earlier, Chaturvarnyam Maya Sistam Gunakarma Vibhagashaha. Forgotten everything. What is the basis for this categorization? Guna and Karma. And with respect to Guna, we had one chapter. I'm going very fast. I'm thinking you're all advanced students. That's why that analysis was being done by people. Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. What is that? Now you are in, no, so much of thing is required. It should be sharp. That's why non-emotional. Your mind is very emotional, sentimental, you will not think very clearly. Clear? So, what is that chapter? Gunatraya. Guna means Gunatraya, you should remember. What are the three gunas? Rajo Guna, Tamo Guna, Sattva Guna. The entire chapter was dedicated to that. So the categorization of people is based on guna fundamentally, and then that manifests as karma, the action. So when Bhagavan says Vaishyaha, what are the thing we discussed there? Vaishyaha is extremely what? Rajasic and tamasic. More rajas, less tamas. And this rajas means what? Extroverted. Vaishya means what? Business attitude, business mind attitude. You can be a Purusha or a Stree, doesn't really matter. You know, nowadays, even no, trees are in business, or no? Everything calculate in terms of money. Correct? Ah? What is in it for me? How much I can make? How much I can get? Nah. Swamiji used to say that if you are a person with this kind of attitude, Vaishya means business attitude, if you are taken to Uttarakashi, nah, some holy place, instead of trying to go to some no, some ashrama to learn Vedanta or no, go to temple, you will see there. How many of you are going to be to Uttarakashi? Or Kashi? There will be a lot of stores selling this Rudrakshamala and other no diamond, pearl, and all. Right now, this no stones. Your mind will say, "Oh, I should become that businessman. Maybe a lot of money you can make from that." If your attitude is one of trying to do business, what you will do? You will go there and start. There also, you will go and think about how to do business. That is why many people in some institutions, I don't want to name them. Now, even though they go through Vedanta course in a NRS, you know where they land up in finally after finishing Vedanta course? They'll be in the bookstall, selling the books, collecting money, counting money. I will not say the which no institution they are. They'll be doing that, or they'll be doing some other no other business connected with that so-called spiritual institution. So it is not easy to give away those tendencies. Is it easy? Tell me. How many of you been working? Suddenly you take retirement. Tell me some age you retire, right? From next month there is no money. Are you able to accept it so easily? Tell me. Is it easy? Not easy. So this Vanijam, this money orientation and money orientation is very dangerous. Nah, because there is a saying in Kannada, Hana andre henanu bayi bidatte. That means what? If you say money, even dead body will open its mouth. So it's so contagious. So this money orientation is called Vaishya. That means what? Always Vanijam, money, no business. That thought, if you got continuously, it's an impediment to study Vedanta Shastra. Yes or no? Sitting in Gita class, you'll be telling, how can you use Bhagavad Gita to make money? Correct? How to use Vedanta to make money? Some people use spirituality to mint money and establish themselves and all the luxuries. Peddugulu, we say, all fools keep on paying that idiot money. That fellow is enjoying. These people are suffering. All kinds of nonsense the people propagate. They give money to this person and that person enjoying. So, using spirituality for self luxury. Papam, Mahapatta Papam. So, problem. So, what happens? So, this orientation towards only money. Money is important. Nothing is not important. Only for running daily activities, but only focus that is Vaishya. Tera. Then that is what? As I told you, 70% Rajas, 30% Tamas. Sudraha means what I told you in the thing. 70-80% Tamas, only 20% Rajas. Tamasic attitude. So extremely Rajasic nature is Sudraha, Vaishyaha. Extremely Tamasic nature, always dull. Nah. Get up in the morning, come to Vedanta class at 7:30. It's very cold. I cannot get up. Nah. You have to do sit down and focus. NRSல ரொம்ப dedicated பாருங்க. Very early in the morning, getting up, coming the class. So you require certain amount of industriousness to sit down and study. That is why extremely tamasic. Write down. Vaishyaham is extremely rajasic, extroverted. Sudraham is extremely tamasic, dull. No procrastination, no initiative, always finding some fault. Those are all the qualities. So it's all qualities and attitude with respect to the mind that Bhagavan is saying, which are impediments, even though, so all these are in each one of us, whether you are Purusha or Stri or whatever category, whatever Brahmana, Kshatriya, whatever you are, Italian, American. Or you got people in America who are lazy? Yes or no? In Italy, people are lazy or not? India, people are lazy? Yes or no? No. No, NRS in Middle East, no, people ரொம்ப industrious, nobody is lazy. So this laziness is there everywhere. This money orientation is everywhere among all people. This is Purushas. So don't interpret this sloka with respect to physical aspects. Clear? Because Vedanta focuses on the knowledge is mental. Clear? Everybody has got opportunity. Bhagavan is mentioning only the impediments. And these impediments become your nature if you don't work to remove them. Are you getting the point? You can be anybody. You can be Purusha or Stri or any category, any Varna, any ashrama, any country, any religion. If these impediments are not removed, you cannot ultimately what? Reach the goal of Jnanam and Moksham. So I've taken one full hour. Many people skip this sloka. They say, this is all controversial. I'll not say. Because they're Ajnani, right? Approach it very clearly. There is Veda Pramanam, there is Shastra Pramanam, there is Vedanta Pramanam. This is open for everybody. So don't differentiate based on physical aspect. It is the tendency, nature, internal state of the mind that are impediments to get Jnanam. And Bhagavan says, even if there are these impediments, why is Bhagavan saying there was one person? What? Duracharaha, person with worst conduct also can attain the ultimate. What people have got not worst conduct but certain impediments, they also can reach the ultimate. Are you getting the point? Bhagavan is going gradation. Worst conduct, impediments, some people with favorable situations. And what are the favorable situations? We will see in the next class. We'll see the Padavivaganya for this sloka in the next class. And then look at the next sloka. Now understand, 3 slokas. Write down. Sloka number 30, 31 is one set. 32 is one. 33. Please attend the class live and understand. Don't skip. Otherwise, you will not get clarity in this. Belongs to 3 different categories of situations that we are in. Some tendencies we put in. One is, first category is people of worst conduct, worst nature, sinful, no kind of person who's doing all the wrong activities. What is the example I gave? What is the example? Valmiki. Forgotten, huh? Valmiki types. Okay? Ratnakara types. Second is all these categories got impediments. Karabalamba stotram. As I give an example, connect with that. I need a helping hand. I got these impediments. Either I am surrounded by people who don't want me to focus on Vedanta, or people I'm having a lot of emotions, connection, no sentimental, emotional problem, too much attachment, or I'm very focused on money, money, money. Money means everything will come according to that. It's like retinue. Okay. Or person who is what? Very tamasic. That means what? Procrastination. Tala. Vedanta requires energy. So or no? Vedanta is not lazy pastime. No, that's correct. It requires a lot of energy. You see, Dayanand Swami and all, people have worked very hard, right? Established great things, right? Look at Mahapariva, all morning 3 to midnight, continuously active, right? So, okay, a lot of industry, energy, cannot be lazy. So, all these are impediments. Even though you have those impediments, you will be able to achieve, provided you follow the right path, very important. And finally, the sloka number 33 is going to focus on people who got certain advantages by default. See, some people are born into a rich family. You say, no, born into a born the silver spoon. No, like that. That is objective. In subjective world, they are born in favorable circumstances. That is advantageous. Yeah. So totally no chance case. First case. Second case, disadvantage who need helping hand. Third case, advantage. Nah, I leave you with all something very famous you all know. Anybody has watched tennis match, played tennis? Suppose you're in the third set, 5 setter. Nah. Sundaroma. Third set it is 6 all and deuce. What happens? And one person gets advantage. What is advantage? Sir, you win that point. What is required? Only one more point to win the game, set and match. If you're on the opposite side, what you should do? What you should do? How many points you have to win? You have to first bring it to deuce, then go to advantage, then go and get the match. Not two, Rutvij. To win the match, you require three. Am I right? Your opposite side. By first, you have to make it deuce. Nah, Rutvij plays tennis every day. Should know, no? Correct? Huh? So, advantage is a difference of two. Okay. So, you have to. Some people are in advantage situation. What are they? We'll see in the next class. Clear? Now you understood how Bhagavan is organized? The goal is moksham. What are the types of categories? What are the solutions? Analyze properly. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tat Krishna 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 Shubhamastu Samasta Sanmangalani Bhavantu Jayata Hari Om Narayana. 12 hours from now, we will get more clarity and complete this chapter most likely. Hari Om Narayana.